Hey guys, Susie here from Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. In today's video, I'm going to talk all about my microblading experience. Yeah. Before I talk about my microblading experience, I'm going to show you what my eyebrows look like before. And what my eyebrows look like after. Now, this video is it's video number 1 of a 2-video series, and the reason for that is that my eyebrows aren't done. This is only the first stage of a 2-step process, and so my eyebrows were done, and then they healed for about 5 weeks now, and then my microblading artist books you in a 2-session package, so I'm going to go back next week, and I'm going to get them completely refilled in and redone, and then they will be complete. Before I start the video, I just want to talk about a couple of things. The first thing I want to talk about, and one of the main reasons that I'm making this video, is because I always wanted to have my eyebrows microbladed, but I didn't think it was for me, and I'll tell you what I mean by that. So, I had terrible eyebrows, I think. I mean, I'm saying that lightly. Like, I hated my eyebrows, but they're only eyebrows, guys. It's not the end of the world. But you know, when there's like this one thing that you just dislike about yourself, and when you see yourself in the mirror and photographs or whatever, you're like, ugh, those eyebrows. And I think I joked in like maybe even my first YouTube video ever about how I needed an eyebrow intervention. And this was because my eyebrows were like really far apart and they had no arch. They were just very thin and far apart. And just completely ununiform. Like this side, like this eye, my left eye, the eyebrow hair didn't really start until almost where my pupil is. Always wanted to get my eyebrows done. And one of the main reasons I wanted to get my eyebrows microbladed is because I am terrible at applying makeup. So I've attempted in the past to pencil my eyebrows in. I've had my friend who's a makeup artist try to teach me how to pencil in my eyebrows, and I'm just terrible at it. I have no patience for it. So microblading seemed like the perfect solution for me. But the only thing I was worried about was that when I researched microblading, and when I say research, normally, guys, you know, I mean when I typed microblading into YouTube. But when I went through YouTube videos about microblading, I noticed that about 98% of the YouTubers and the people on YouTube who were getting their eyebrows microbladed were women who wore a lot of makeup. And my concern with this was that because I don't wear, I guess because I don't wear foundation, that's the main thing, I just thought that microbladed eyebrows would look completely out of place on my face. Especially, again, I don't wear makeup, I wear gym clothes a lot of the time, and I just thought that they would be too bold on my face. So there was that. And then there was the cost. So normally microblading can cost anywhere from between, you know, $400 and $800. That's a ballpark range, especially if you're getting the package where you get the 2 sessions together. Which you should. You shouldn't go to a microblading artist, I don't think, that says that they can do them in 1 session, or that's under $300. You get what you pay for, and it's permanent, and it's on your face. But anyway, there was the cost, and there was just like the fact that I thought maybe they wouldn't look good on my face, and that they're permanent, let's be honest. So anyway, I still had reservations, and then I ran into a few people in person who had their eyebrows done by the microblading artist that we have in town, who happens to be a really good friend of mine. So even though she's a really good friend of mine, and even though she is an insanely talented makeup artist, and a perfectionist, and just a true artist, I still was like, yeah, I know all that, and I know that you're amazing at everything you do, but this is permanent, and it's going on my face. So I still was kind of like on the fence. And then I ran into a few people in person who have had their eyebrows done by Tula, who I'm going to talk about in a minute, and their eyebrows looked amazing, and they looked natural, and these people didn't have a whole bunch of makeup on, and the eyebrows still look great, and so that kind of sold me. So that solidified it, that sold me. I'm not going to talk too much more about microblading yet. I'm going to start showing you guys the clips from my experience, and then I'm going to come back, show you what my eyebrows look like now, and give you guys the opportunity to ask any questions that either myself or Tula can answer. She's like the professional fee microblading artist. And then we'll use those questions to kind of form video too. But anyway, guys, here comes the little vlog from my microblading experience. And before I get to that, I'm going to show you what my eyebrows look like before. Okay, so here are the old caterpillars. So basically, they're just too far apart, and this one is a lot farther away from my nose than this one. This one is higher, it's thicker, and this one has a little bit of an arch, and this one has no arch. So they're just basically like uneven, too far apart, and they have no real shape to them. I'd really like to have a bit of an arch, and I'd like my eyebrows to be more tapered, so like thicker here and then a little bit thinner.
So like how close your eyes are together will kind of determine where your brows should be set. So based on your measurements of your eyes, you do need to come together quite a bit more than there already.
Oh wow, yeah.
It's quite a difference, eh?
Yeah, like that's.
Well, we could start somewhere around here and then, you know, adjust it later on if you want to.
I think I'd like to go a little bit more conservative, like not crazy, like I trust.
This line seems really far, but I never quite touch the line.
Okay.
But once you start adding strokes in there, it actually doesn't seem that much.
Okay. I trust you.
Suze, these brows are, you're seriously getting a haircut.
The reason that we are laughing so much in that clip, and I missed it on camera, was because my eyebrow hairs, like the individual hairs, were so long that when she went to trim them, like to shape my brows, it was going I was like, what are you doing up there? And she said, Susie, I feel like I'm trimming bangs. Like I could feel the hairs hit me on the face. Oh my God, I have like my dad's eyebrows.
If you start to feel this, just let me know. Jack up again.
I honestly can't. And I don't mind. Did you put the numbing stuff on me already? Amazing, like that is crazy.
Yeah, so it just filled, I did it in the areas where you didn't have any natural hair, because this was so dense, right, that you can't see anything under it. So I just tried to fill it out in those areas where you don't have the hair.
Yeah.
Like that.
I think this is kind of what my husband thinks that microblading is gonna look like. He's afraid. But anyway, guys, it's gonna take about 25 minutes for the dye to settle in, and I'm going to wait to come back. So I'm gonna wait a couple of days until my eyebrows settle out a little bit so you can really see my final results. And in that section of the video, I'm going to talk all about microblading, what my thoughts were, did it hurt, did it not hurt, would I do it again, do I recommend it, and all that good stuff. And I'll give you guys an opportunity to ask me some questions on Instagram, and I'll answer those questions as well. But anyway, I'll see you soon. Bye. Anyway, guys, those are my initial results. And I'm going to show you a couple of clips of like the healing process, let's say the first 5 days after I got my eyebrows done, and then I'm going to wrap the video up. So your first question is going to be like, did it hurt? And my answer to that is yes, it did hurt. It didn't hurt nearly as much as getting a tattoo. I do have like a little tiny crappy tattoo on my lower back, which I will probably show you in a video sometime. It's not a tramp stamp. It's like over to the side. But anyway, I have a crappy tattoo from when I was 16. But it didn't hurt nearly that much. It hurt as much as like, did you ever have somebody pluck your eyebrows? Like over in the corners, you know how much that hurts? Or if you had like a little tiny sewing needle and you took it and you just kind of were scraping your skin with it over and over, not super hard, just like a little bit, or like a little cat scratch. That's kind of what it felt like. I didn't mind it at all. I didn't find that painful at all. The part that I found painful was when she put the dye over the microblading little cuts. I found that stung a lot, but I was so excited to get it done that I didn't mind. And they do put like antiseptic, not antiseptic, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a numbing kind of gel or like a numbing cream on your eyebrows, so they are slightly frozen. I was very lucky that I personally know the person that did my eyebrows, and this person, like I mentioned before, is like a true artist and a perfectionist, and I had no doubt that my eyebrows would be well done. And I don't know, I just couldn't be happier. But I'm going to show you my eyebrows up close, and you are going to get a better picture of like how much they fade after the first session. So I think that I had the typical amount of fading. So from here, they look amazing. In person, they look amazing. My camera is like a good camera, and I have a big light on, so you're going to see like a really in-depth picture of my brows. And when I get closer, you'll notice that here and here, like there's no real hairs in there, guys. Like that's all fake. It's quite a bit faded. So that these two areas are the areas that she anticipated that she would have to touch up quite a bit because I have no hair there. That's all microblading strokes. And you can see like there's a couple of little areas where they're uneven. But again, that was anticipated, that was explained to me, and compared to my old eyebrows, amazing. Like, if this was it, and I didn't have the second session, and these were going to be my eyebrows for the next 2 years, I would be totally, totally happy with it. I did prefer my brows when they were a little bit darker, and that's why I am extremely excited to go to my next session. But anyway, guys, I hope this video was a little bit helpful. I'm trying to keep it short. My second video, when my eyebrows are completed, is going to be a lot more in depth. And that being said, right now I want to give you guys the opportunity to ask me any specific questions you have about microblading in the comments section below this video, or if you have any questions for Tula, she's the microblading artist, you can leave them below my video and I will touch base with her and try to answer those questions in my next video. And in my next video, I'm going to be doing a big giveaway. So guys, let's get the questions going. Let's get prepped for the second video and for the giveaway. And in the meantime, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. You can give it a big thumbs down if you didn't like it. Subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.